Okay, so I put together my bundles from the dyeing that we did with the crepe myrtle bark. Those of you that were at my live, you saw us playing around with that one. And then also the avocado that I had kept in the refrigerator too long. So that was a whole different color. So I'll show what we came up with the crepe myrtle one of what I put together for that and what I dyed with it. And remember, this is the bark as opposed to the actual flower. So what I did is I got some of, we had a little storm and everything blew off of our trees. So these are the leaves that came off the crepe myrtle. So I laminated a few of those. You can use it as a bookmark, or you can cut them in threes and put them in your book. Or if you're going to use it in your journals, or if you're doing the diary, you got plenty of stuff to play with. All right. So that bark color, it almost like looks between like a coffee and an avocado, like somewhere in between. It's kind of strange. I mean, as far as to describe the color. And I left them all grungy because the bark
Hey,
left like a
Amber.
hey Amber, the bark left like a residue, and I left it in there. I didn't strain it. I didn't do anything because it's bark. I wanted it to be grungy. So
Arf,
you're
arf.
gonna so you're gonna get so you're gonna get 5 of these, because remember I did everything limited because I had small amounts that I was working with. So, um, these are, well, I don't know if they're showing up. They're already in the shop. Let me look real quick and see, because sometimes it takes forever
Hey, Tamar.
to show up. Okay, they're there. Um, I've got them in there, and I only have 10 of each of these. So, if you're interested, do not put it in your cart and not pay for it because they will be gone soon. Anyway, so you're gonna get 5 of those pages. You'll get the laminated crepe myrtle leaves. I put some tags in there again. See how grungy it was? And these, I think, because these were, the tags that are like manila folder color, they got more on the pinky side. So these ended up looking a lot pinker than the actual paper. Then I threw in some papers in there, just plain old papers. And so I just put on here that it's crepe myrtle bark. And those of you that are playing along with the diary, the bark was boiled for an hour. So the little recipe is right there for you if you want to duplicate it. And then I got some of the a watercolor paper, and I just put some of it, a little dab on there. Again, if you're doing the book, you'll have all the little fun stuff to play with. I put some of the, what do you call this?
Lace.
No,
Trim.
yes, I threw some of that in there, and that came out kind of a cool color,
Yeah. Hey, Lacey.
kind of cool. And then I put this piece of lace in there. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it came out pretty cool. I like how it looks. I
Oh,
put in some gauze fabric in the mix, and I like how that came out. So you'll get a little chunk of that in there. And then I put some envelopes in there. And again, I left the residue in there, so they're all pretty grungy looking. So there's that. Then when I was laying all this stuff out, I put it on a piece of that green paper. I didn't put that much. I should have put more, but I figured, instead of just tossing it, I'd put it in each of the pack so you have some of that green grungy stuff. And then I had these papers that I just thought looked really well with this combo and I cut them in half because they were the 12 by 12. So I just cut them in half so that they could fit into the little bundle.
Hey,
So
Leslie. So these are in the shop now.
they're in the shop right now, and I only have 10 of these.
Okay,
But
Leslie, this one on the right is the Crape Myrtle.
yeah, this is all the Crape Myrtle stuff.
Looks kind of coffee dyed.
Yeah. And it's the bark. Just to be clear, it's not any of the flowers. It's the bark of the
Arf,
Crape
arf.
Myrtle. And then, okay, so remember, if you were around, I had the avocado that had been sitting in the refrigerator for over a week, the dye. I had also done some spinach, and it was in there for a week, I think. And so what we've learned together is that some of these natural dyes that we extract, you have to use right away. Others, if you leave them, they really change color, and they may not always be the color you like. But that's all part of the fun part of the testing. So you'll decide, do you want to keep them in there or do you want to use them right away?
Hey, Gail.
So
I get commission on that one because Leslie just came in and bought both, and I had to drag her in here. So just a second.
okay. So so this one, the ones that are on the pinky side, those are the avocado ones. And those I put a little bit of rust water in that avocado. Very, very little, just like 2 tablespoons. That was it, because I didn't know what it was going to do. And then the spinach ones, I put black tea. And again, not a lot, but it just went into the mix. And so this is what came out.
It's
I didn't
very
use
colorful, very
I
rich.
didn't yeah. I didn't use any of the other modifiers that we played with before because this had been sitting in the refrigerator. So I didn't want to modify it any more than than the refrigerator already had for a whole week. So this is when I laid out these again, it gave that color. Remember, you guys saw that on the other one. It gave this like a rosy color on the paper of the green paper. So I tore pieces up of that. I didn't have that much again. Next time I'm going to put more out there because I like how that turned out. So anyway, so you're going to get those. And I just had the leftover file folder thing. So I just cut another one off because I thought it went with the colors. No special reason. So I put in some of the ledger paper. So, and some of these are eco printed and some of them are just boiled in the solution. And it's real obvious what's what because you'll see the leaves. Okay, so you get one of those, and this is, I think I showed you guys this stuff, that's with that construction paper. So you get one of those. You get one just the construction paper without the eco printing. You'll get this more modern ledger paper. This was just put in with the spinach and tea.
Janine's asking a question. Bonjour. She said
Hey.
she would like both shipped to Johnny. How do you avoid the shipping in Etsy? I don't know what that means.
Um, just go get them. You know, you might want to just go get them right now in case somebody else, because I can't like set it aside for you. I'll just refund the difference between shipping it to Johnny and what they're charging you, and I'll just refund it to you. That's probably the easiest way. And so this is on a file folder, and these are just on cardstock. No, excuse me. This is just printer paper, but it's 24 pounds. And 2 different companies, same thing, but look how the color is a little different on here and here because I opened up a new package. And obviously there's a slight difference. And then this is the avocado one. I remember I told you I left all the little goobers in there because I like how it looks. And then here are some of the deli paper that I just threw in there. I like how it does all the edges. And I kind of dunked them in both because I like it. So, and then I have this tissue paper and it has the colors. To me, it kind of coordinated with this. It has the different colors. Now, each one will have a different portion of the paper. So I'm not sure if it'll be exactly this one, but because the paper was quite big, but I only had a few, so I divided them among all 10 of those. So you'll get some kind of a coordinating tissue paper that looks kind of cool with that. And those are also in the shop. Alrighty. So you can see my hands. I look like Amy today. I got the other batch of the avocado that I made because I wanted to try one not going into the refrigerator, right? And I showed you, I think the last time we were together, I had showed you the different, was that this right one? I'm getting confused on all the dyeing I've been doing because I've been doing quite a bit. But anyway, so I got a whole new batch of avocado and I decided I liked the baking soda look the most. So I put so I got the big pot, put in about 3/4 of a cup of the baking soda, and it started turning that color that we saw in the little cup that we did on Thursday. And so then what I did is I realized that the cup that we had done together, the next day it was a richer color. So I left it there, and the next day it was a richer color. So when I made the big pot of the avocado, and after I put the baking soda, I left it just sitting out on top of the stove with no lid because I wanted that oxidation to happen, and left it for another 24 hours, just letting the air hit it. And it got a little richer. So I really, really like that. And so I don't do I have any here yet? I put in some cotton. I'll give you just some examples of what I ended up doing. I put in some of this stuff. Can you see the color? I don't know. And then I haven't ironed these yet, but I put in some cotton and it came out kind of cool. And I'm in the process of putting some other stuff in there right now. So what I'm doing is I'm putting things in, then taking them out, and as long as the dye is still concentrated enough, I'm throwing more stuff in there. So so I'm not sure what I'll end up getting out of that one pot, but right now I have some fabric. It's a cotton blend. Now let me emphasize here. All of these dyes are supposed to be with um what's the word? With natural fabrics and not so much with synthetic. But you know me, who cares? I decided I would try the synthetic also. So this is not natural, it's a synthetic. And now if it was something you were going to be wearing and you were going to throw it in the wash, it probably eventually would, get really dull and eventually start to be washing out each time you used it. But the fact that we're just going to maybe make a fabric book or put it inside of our diary or whatever, I figure what the heck, it doesn't really matter. So I did put this in there. I also have in there right now, I believe it's a cotton blend, and it's got some French stuff in it. You guys might have seen it like at Hobby Lobby. It's kind of a cute fabric. So I threw that in there because it was just had a look like unbleached muslin color. So I threw that in there, and that right now is soaking. So that'll be part with all of this. So then I got, I've been busy, people. Then I got the last of my poke berries from my plants outside. They were all, they just grow all over. The birds, they eat it, and they splatter it everywhere, and it grows everywhere. So I got all the last of my poke seeds, I mean berries, and I'm busy making a dye out of that. And then also I've been reducing some cabbage and getting that color out. So those will be the next ones. Now, normally I had planned to do all this stuff with you guys, you know, when we did our lives, but as you know, I can't leave the stuff sitting around, and I can't be doing all of that the day that, we go on. So I'll just come in here every once in a while when I got a new dye brewing so I can show you, and we'll do the modifications on it. And so maybe, I don't know, tonight, tomorrow, I'm not sure when, we'll do the cabbage together. And if I have enough of the extraction from the pokeberry, then maybe we'll do both of those, because they're, one of them, the pokeberry is like, has is like a, between a purple with magenta thrown in, and then the cabbage one is more like a true purple. That's before we, do anything else with it. So anyway, so I just want to fill you guys in and let you know that these other ones, the Crape Myrtle one, um, and the avocado and spinach one, they're in the shop. Like I said, there's only 10 of those in there, and I'm not sure how much I'll be able to do with this one, but I'll see however many I end up making with those. That's it, ladies. That's all I have to say. Let me know if I'll look real quick and see if you have any questions. Oh, poor Susan's internet just keeps knocking her out. Let me look back and see if you guys, if you had a question, because me, I wasn't looking up. Susan spoils me. Let me look. Let me look before. Okay, Amber, if I will do that, let me mark that down. Hold on, because you know me. You guys already know me really well. I won't remember because I'll have to take one out to save it. Okay, so Amber, she wants one of the avocado. Okay, so that's that. Okay, would like to ship. Okay, yeah, I got that. Oh, I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And these things, even if I shipped them, I think it'd probably be like about $9 to you. But I'll send them to Johnny. Um, yeah, I never ship through Etsy anyway because they charge way too much. Lisa, I'm just showing the bundles that I have. I usually do a video and attach it to my listing, but I was too lazy to do a video this time. So I just thought I'd come on live with you guys. No, it's not Wednesday, unfortunately. That's funny. Okay, I think um Susan, are you saying that Betty wants one, or what are you saying there? I'm not sure what that means. Let me know. All right, ladies, thank you so much. I've got ringing to do. I think that the fabric I had in there. Oh, and I put these in a simmer in the dye bath. They simmered in there for about a half hour or so, and then, you know, hung them outside. I didn't put them in the dryer, and that's it. I think that's about all I have for you guys. And when I get the other batch out, then I'll share it with you guys. Alrighty? Alrighty. All right. Sorry if I made you think it's Wednesday. Good night, everybody. Oh, and I don't like this change of time. It usually doesn't bother me, but for some reason, yeah, it's kind of weird this time. I don't know. What about you guys? What do you guys think? I don't know. Alrighty then. Talk to you guys soon. Goodbye, everybody.